Okay, so we'll start with today's agenda. We will be discussing about okay. Hmm. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
huh. Today we will be discussing about digital signal processing. This is the subject which I'm going to handle for TYB division. So my name is Minakshi Pawar. I am the course instructor for this digital signal processing course. So, introduction, my name is Minakshi Pawar. I am the professor in Electronics and Telecommunication Department, and currently I am working as a HOD for this department. My qualification is I am Bachelor of Engineering from SVPM Baramati. Then I have completed ME from Walchat College of Engineering and completed PhD from SGGS Nanded. Up till now, my publications are of 24 roundabout publications in various journals, and the subject that I have been working here around. Excuse me for some time. Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
I have been working in this same institute since 18 years. I have taught different subjects like circuits and network, VLSI design, digital techniques, fuzzy logic, pattern recognition, digital signal processing, LIC. These are the subjects which I have taught during this my this in this college. So this is my introduction. So I request all the students to prepare 200 pages notebook. Hmm? Because this is our completely a mathematical subject. So you'll have to prepare the proper notebook for the problem solution purpose. Are you with your notebook? Are you writing in the notebook? Okay. Vision and mission of the institute and department. The vision and mission of institute uh, and department is displayed here. The departmental vision and mission is in line with institute vision and mission. So vision is nothing but the goal, and in order to achieve this goal, mission is helping to achieve the vision. So vision is the goal and mission is the path for achievement of the goal. So for Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, the vision is to recognize for excellence in education in synergy with research in the field of electronics and telecommunication. And how this we can achieve, how we can achieve the excellence in the education with the help of research in the field of electronics and telecommunication. For that purpose, the path is being decided through a mission. And how the what is that path? To impart value added technical education. So here, by imparting value added technical education through by nurturing the culture of collaborative research, innovation and teamwork, by imbibing mutual respect and human values. This, by doing this, we could achieve the excellence in the education. So a vision, and this vision is nothing but the goal, and mission is the path to achieve the goal. Now here, if you observe that departmental vision and mission, both the statements are in line with the institute vision and mission. So program educational objectives. So these are here we will be here we will be now talking about the program educational objectives. So program educational objectives are, there are 4 program educational objectives. That is, function successfully in a professional environment by using technical expertise in their career for contemporary problem solving in the field of electronics, communication and allied branches. So this is the first program educational objectives. Program is electronics and telecommunication program, and the objectives for the student who are getting the education through this program, there are 4 certain objectives. So for the student, the first educational objective is to get the function successfully in the professional environment. How the student is going to function professionally? By using technical expertise. And where the technical expertise is required? In order to solve the contemporary problem. Contemporary means what? Day-to-day life problem. That is called as a, or real time problems are nothing but the contemporary problem solving in the field of electronics, communication and allied branches. So this is the first program educational objective. Then second is respond to the growing and changing needs of society through lifelong learning. So the second program educational objective is to respond to the growing and changing needs of the society through lifelong learning to evolve innovative solutions. Then third program educational objective is to demonstrate leadership, commitment and maintain ethics in their career. Demonstrate, this is very important. While we are taking a particular education, we should learn about leadership, then commitment and ethics in their professional career. Then demonstrate effective communication skills and ability to work efficiently at individual and as a part of a team. So this is the next program educational objective for the student. Then program specific outcome. So PSOs are given that after doing this or after taking the education in this program is, what is the program? Program is of this electronics and telecommunication engineering. This is the program. And while whenever you are going undergo this program, what are the outcome that you will be achieving? That design, develop and demonstrate experiments, analyze and interpret data in the area of analog and digital design, communication system and allied branches. Then apply knowledge of electronics and telecommunication engineering to meet the desired needs within the realistic constraints. What are the realistic constraints? Such as economic, environmental, social, and ethical. So in this constraint, you are trying to reach trying to reach a desired goal by applying the electronics and telecommunication knowledge. So this is the second outcome that the students are getting. Then use of techniques, skills, and modern engineering tools necessary for electronics and telecommunication engineering. This is the third program specific outcome that is going to be achieved by the student after going through this entire course. Then we will be we are going to discuss about the examination scheme. So let us start writing this. Start writing this. Examination scheme. Here the class is TY BTech Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering semester 1. The code of this course code is ET313. ET313. This 3 is related with your third year, 1 is related with the semester 1, and this is 3 is nothing but the third subject in the series. In the syllabus structure, this is going to be a third subject. So ET313 is the subject code for digital signal processing. The teaching scheme, we will be having lectures 4 hours per week, and the credit given to these lectures are 4 credit. Then practicals 2 hours per week, credit is 1 credit. So examination scheme, I think this time we will be most probably you will be going through a offline mode, because everything is reopening. So I'm bit sure that this time you will go by offline mode. So your paper, you will appear for paper in the offline mode, I think so. So you will have to think of that. You will have to undergo with 70 mark of end semester examination, and in semester examination will be of 30 marks. This internal continuous assessment, ICA, or you can say it as term work of 25 marks. So for DSP, term work will be of 25 marks, and practical oral examination, it is of 50 marks. So this is the examination scheme. This will be the examination scheme for digital signal processing. Then while going through this course should have some prerequisite, and those prerequisite you might have obtained through signals and systems. So for DSP, the base of DSP, or the prerequisite or prior to the DSP, signals and system is coming. So you should have the knowledge of signals and system. Then basic knowledge of mathematics and transforming tools. What are the transforming tools? Like Fourier transform, Laplace transform, Z transform. These are the transformation transforming tools that you have learned through a mathematics, as well as you have learned through the signals and system, and the knowledge of this is required here for digital signal processing. So this is the course prerequisite. So you should understand, or you should know about mathematics and transforming tools like Fourier transform, Z transform. Laplace is required somewhere. It will not be required for everywhere. So, but the important thing is that Z transform, because we will be going through a digital signal. So for handling this digital signal, you should understand, or you should know about the Z transform. If the signal is analog in the nature, you can apply the Laplace transform. But when the signal is digital in nature, in that case, you will have to apply the Z transform. Is it clear to all of you? Why I'm tracing about the Z transform? Because we will be now going through a digital domain. So when the signal is in the digital domain, you should know the concepts of Z transform, because we will be applying Z transform, and through that we will be handling the signal. We will be performing different operation upon the signal. Why we are performing different operation upon the signal? Because we want to extract the required information from the signal. So for that purpose, we should have the knowledge about the Z transform, right? So these are the something that is required before the start of this subject, digital signal processing. Now, this is the syllabus for this particular subject. We will be having we will be having 8 chapters. First 4 chapters will be there in the section 1, and remaining 4 chapters will be there in the section 2. So section 1 consists of chapter number 1, introduction. Are you writing this? Write this. Write in your notebook. Write in your notebook. Syllabus. Section 1, Unit 1, introduction. So write introduction to DSP system. The first point in the chapter introduction is introduction to DSP system, correlation and its properties, correlation and its properties, comma, digital transfer function, digital transfer function, digital transfer function, stability consideration. Last point is a stability consideration. Last point of this chapter is stability consideration. Number of hours to complete this. This is very small chapter. It will take only 3 hours to complete. Then next chapter is Unit 2, discrete Fourier transform. Discrete Fourier transform. The total lectures required are 10 lectures. Frequency domain sampling. Frequency domain sampling and reconstruction of discrete time signals, and reconstruction of discrete time signals, DFT as a linear transformation, DFT as a linear transformation, relation between DFT and Z transform, relation between DFT and Z transform properties of DFT computation of DFT and IDFT computation of DFT and IDFT multiplication of two DFTs and circular convolution. Multiplication of two DFTs and circular convolution. This unit is requiring 10 hours to complete as per university norms. So hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then the next chapter is unit 3. Are you writing? Write it properly. Unit 3 is linear filtering method based on DFT. Second chapter is very, very important. Based on second chapter, unit 3 and unit 4 is actually dependent upon unit 2. So unit 3 is linear filtering method based on DFT. Linear filtering method based on DFT. Use of DFT in linear filtering. Use of DFT in linear filtering. Filtering of long data sequence such as overlap save and overlap add method. Frequency analysis of signal using DFT. Frequency analysis of signal using DFT. This is all about unit 3. So for completion of unit 3, it will take 5 hours as per this, as per syllabus. Then unit 4, FFT algorithm. Unit 4, FFT algorithm. So write down contents. Radix 2 FFT algorithm. Radix 2 FFT algorithm for the computation of DFT and IDFT, for the computation of DFT and IDFT, comma, decimation in time DIT, decimation in time DIT, and decimation in frequency DIF algorithms, decimation in frequency DIF algorithms, and finally Goetzel algorithm. Finally, Goetzel algorithm. So this is these are the 4 chapters which is present in the section second. 4 chapters which are present in the section second. So this is all about the section 1 syllabus. So tomorrow we will be discussing about the remaining syllabus. We'll discuss about the remaining syllabus, right? Now